everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Georgia and today I'm going to be watching episode 7 of Moonlight Chicken. Last episode we got another look into Jim's past and we saw how his relationship with Beam ended. In death. I still can't believe it. It is no wonder that Jim is the way he is, because that was so traumatic, and like he's been questioning for all these years whether or not they really were in love or whether Beam really loved him. And so Wen told him to go and visit the woman that Beam was with to get some answers. She was great, as great as she could be to her partner's lover, I guess, but we could see that she had moved on. She was over it, she had a child, she was married, she moved on with her life even though she loved Beam and she was with him for a long time. He was kind of the proof that life does go on, and she also told him that she thinks Beam did love him because he couldn't give him up. So that's something. I feel like just the knowledge that their love was real is going to be helpful to Jim. Li Ming and Heart had happy times last episode, which I wasn't expecting. Heart's mother said that Li Ming can still see Heart, and if they want to go out of the house, they have to ask her husband to take them. And Heart went round Li Ming's house and he spoke for the first time. Let's not go into that scene again. And they celebrated New Year's together and kissed, which Jim saw. Oh, the only thing I remember from the preview for this episode is Jim's line. And I cannot wait to see the context behind this, and I don't know how the context is going to change it because it just doesn't sound great. Alas, he saw them kissing. He didn't look too happy. He didn't stop them, to be fair. Like, he didn't interrupt their moment, but he just stepped back outside. He was looking like he'd seen a ghost. Come on, Jim, get over it. And Wen received a call that Alan had been in an accident and he was in the hospital. I think he'd like broken his foot or something. I think they said he was drunk and so he got into an accident of some kind. And Wen said that he never drinks. And then Gong was like, well, he never used to, or something like that. So Loki blaming Wen for this, even though he told him to break up with him because it's the right thing to do. Like, Gong, why are you like this? You're so like hit or miss. And also, Jim turned down Gaipa. That scene was horrible, and I can't wait to see where Gaipa goes from here, and his mum's reaction to Jim finally turning him down. I'm kind of excited to see that, if they give that a scene. I don't know, because Gaipa's not in it very much and his mother's in it even less. So, but I would quite like to see her reaction to Jim turning Gaipa down and Jim maybe going to the shop and it being a bit awkward and her being like, so what's wrong with my son? But yeah, my heart broke for Gaipa in that scene. That was horrible. So awful to watch. Like, I knew he was going to get turned down, obviously. But Khaotung's acting really just broke my heart. The way he was trying to drink and like, it was horrible. He wanted to burst into tears so badly. And it was like he was under a microscope. He was like just squirming, trying to regain composure. And Jim was just staring like Jim, oh, he handled that so poorly. Anyway, let's get into episode 7. Jesus. Oh my god, his hand as well. Oh, is his hand like that because of the... Well, actually, I don't know why. Someone said that he broke his pinky in the episode 4 ending scene. Was that it? That can't be from his pinky, right? No. And then something else happens to his hand, which you'll see in later episodes or something. Is it to do with that? Like an IRL injury? The leg wasn't an IRL injury too, was it? Oh god, he's the caregiver. How lucky that you're rich. Another 4 to 6 weeks tacked onto the life sentence. A few weeks ago, Alan would have had a massive grin on his face at hearing that, but he actually doesn't look too pleased about it. Oh, so did he not cause the accident? On a motorcycle's pillion. I've got no idea what that is. That's what I would have assumed it is. Oh, so he rode on the back of someone else, like a grab bike. He rode on like a grab bike and it crashed. What terrible luck. He didn't drink and drive and then bloody fell off the back of a motorbike.
มึงไม่ต้องมาดูแลกูแบบนี้แล้วก็ได้นะเว้ยกูเกรงใจมึงอะแต่กูบอกพี่เจี๊ยบไปแล้วว่ากูจะไปอยู่ด้วยอีกเดี๋ยวเขาคงมารับแล้ว
Well, there we go.
กูเล่าเรื่องของเราให้เขาฟังไปแล้วอะเขาบอกว่าเขาพอจะเดาได้อยู่แล้วก็มึงเล่นไม่ค่อยไปกินข้าวที่บ้านขนาดนั้นอะ
ช่วงนี้กูกลับไปอยู่ที่คอนโดนะเว้ยถ้าเกิดมึงอยากได้อะไรมึงก็บอกกูเดี๋ยวกูเอาไปให้
So while he stays with someone else, he'll move back into his place.
ไปหาอะไรกินกันไหมเอาดีลุง
Okay, I don't know why I thought their relationship was going to be so strained from that one interaction. I guess I took them to be more childish than they actually are.
แนวไหนอะลุงแถวชายหาด
Oh.
ถ้าให้ลิมิงตำอ่ะอร่อยกว่านี้แน่นอน
Li
คนที่สาม
Ming?
มีสายเลือด
งั้นผมจะถือว่าวันนี้เป็นเดทแรกของเราแล้วกันนะลุงของแบบนี้มันต้องอากีร่วมกันดิ
Come on, Jim!
วันข้างหน้าเนี่ยเรานับวันครบรอบที่เราคบกันเนี่ย
Oh,
ลุง
don't
จะได้
talk about
จำ
the
ได้ว่า
anniversary
เดท
as
แรกอะ
well.
เราคืออะไร
นับไปก็เท่านั้น
He's so
ลุง
different
อาจ
to
จะไม่โรแมน
Alan.
ติกผมไม่ว่าเลยนะ แต่เวลาที่ผมโรแมนติกอะช่วยอินกับผมหน่อยได้ปะ
At least admit that you have feelings for him, baby.
ผมไม่มั่นใจตัวเองมากกว่าอายุเท่านี้แล้วคุณ
You're not old.
คิดเยอะไปหมด
Way too much.
Deep Calm and Eat Chicken แปลว่าลุงยอมเปิดใจให้ผม
For the love of God, eat it, Jim.
ถ้าลุงไม่กินเนี่ยผมจะหายไปจากชีวิตของลุงแล้ว
Definitely eat it. He gave him a very drastic ultimatum there. I don't know if he would have eaten the chicken if he didn't say, I'll disappear from your life.
ต้องมาร้านก็ได้นะลูกถ้าไม่อยากเจอเขาอ่ะ
เจอได้สบายไหม
I didn't actually think we'd get this.
ไอ้หงครับข้า
I
ไก่
didn't even say hello.
เรื่องที่ร้านเป็นไงบ้างอะ
ผมขอบคุณมากนะครับเจ๊ที่เจ๊จะให้ผมยืมอะผมคิดว่าน่าใช้ของที่บ้านกู้เอาอะฮะผมเป็นพี่สาวมาแล้ว
ไก่ปลา
สามารถ
จดออเดอร์ลุงให้แม่หน่อย
อ๋อ
The looks tell all, don't they?
เขายัง
เรียบร้อยลุง
เอาแกงให้ลุงไปด้วยดิลูก
อ๋อ
เอาขนมจีนไปด้วยนะ
It's the reassurance that things aren't going to change just because he turned him down. It's awkward and it hurts, but they're not going to treat him any differently. No! Stop it, guys! I'm trying to make it better!
มากนะไก่ครับขอบคุณมากนะครับเจ๊
Hold it in, Georgia, hold it in, hold it in, hold it in. Oh my god, I just did his own tactic of drinking water while I'm trying not to cry.
ไหวไหมลูก
He's always got his mum there.
แม่
มีหมิง
Oh yeah!
ไงลูก
Oh, I have always been so intrigued to see their relationship and find out why he lives with Jim.
อาโต้งอ่ะ
อาโต้งหลี่หมิงจำได้ไหมลูก พาหลี่หมิงไปตกปลา
คือเป็นแฟนใหม่แม่เหรอ
แต่งเลิกอายเขา
สุดท้ายแม่ก็แต่งกับเขาอยู่ดีใช่ปะ
อาโต้งอ่ะเขาจำหลี่หมิงได้ เขาอยากให้แม่มาคุยกับหลี่หมิงก่อน
So is that a big part of why you came
อ
then?
ยากอยู่กับลูกไง อีกหน่อยเราก็จะจบม .6 แล้ว อยากจะกลับไปอยู่ด้วยกัน ที่วิทยาลัยโน่น ถ้าเกิดว่าลูกเนี่ยสนใจอยากจะ
Another person trying to make choices for him.
ไม่ได้บอกเลยว่าจะเรียน ยังไม่ได้บอกด้วยว่าจะกลับ ยังไม่ได้ถามว่าสักคำเลย
แล้วมีทางเลือกแล้วมันไม่ดียังไงอะมาเหนื่อยๆก็ไม่ได้อยากทะเลาะด้วย
This dynamic is even worse than his one with Jim.
แม่ว่าจะอยู่กับเราสัก2-3 วันนะ
He doesn't really look at her. Like, he looks at her when he's speaking to her. But besides that, it's like he doesn't want to. I've never seen him so unhappy to see someone. He does not want this interaction at all. I thought he was so unhappy staying with Jim. But I guess he thinks the alternative is worse. Like, living with his mum would be even worse for him.
ไม่รู้จะไปไหนไงลุง
ถ้าไม่รู้จะไปไหนก็อยู่บ้านดีวะ อ่านหนังสือ
Oh, everyone keeps telling him what to do.
กูเห็นนะเว้ยว่ามึงสองคนแอบจูบกัน สรุปมึงสองคนเป็นอะไรกันแน่วะ ฮะ
This is too hostile a tone.
ผมก็เป็นอย่างนั้นแหละ
ไอ้ลีหมิง กูเป็นลุงมึงนะเว้ย
แล้วไงวะ เป็นผู้ใหญ่จูบกันได้ เด็กจูบกันไม่ได้เหรอ
แค่เกิดมาจนมึงลำบากไม่พอใช่ไหมวะ ยังเสือกจะเป็นเกย์อีก
Jim, how many times have you had to face this situation? And now you're part of the problem. Oh God. And she's the one that said to Jim that gay love isn't real.
กูโทษมึงได้ไหมเนี่ยจิม
Absolutely
เพราะ
not.
กูใช่ไหมให้ลูกมาอยู่กับมึงเนี่ยมันก็ยังไม่ได้เป็นแบบนี้อ่ะ
แล้วถ้ามันเป็นมาก่อนที่จะอยู่กับผมเรา
It's not like he suddenly became
โท
it.
ษใครผมว่ามันก็ไม่ทำอะไรผิดซะหน่อย
กูก็ไม่ได้บอกว่าผิด
Well, at the very least, Jim is sticking up for him to his mother. Why can't he? He doesn't speak about it like this to Li Ming. When he spoke to Li Ming, he sounded so hostile and against it, and like having a go at him for being it, even though he should know firsthand that you can't help it. But thank goodness he is sticking up to his mum, because at the end of the day he can relate to Li Ming and he knows, and that is why he's annoyed, I think, because he's been through so much in his life and he knows the hardship that Li Ming will have to go through. Although society is progressing bit by bit, day by day, so it might not necessarily be as hard for Li Ming as it was for Jim. But Jim has had to endure so much with both being poor and his sexuality. He's gone through so much rough shit in his life. He doesn't want the same for Li Ming, so he's like, oh, for God's sake, you're poor and gay too. I know what you're gonna have to go through and I don't want that for you. But deep down he knows that he can't change it and he can't help being this way because he's exactly the same. I'm sure if Jim could choose, he probably wouldn't choose to be gay because it has led to a whole host of problems. And his first relationship also led to him being closed off for years because he thought it wasn't real and he stopped believing in love. And maybe that's what he's worried about for Hart and Li Ming as well, like that it's not going to last because life is rough and love isn't real. That's only because of everything that he's been through that's pushed him down so far to get to this place. Li Ming is still young, he has dreams. He wants to be happy with the person he loves. He has everything that Jim used to have, the youthful vibrance of hope. But because Jim has just been so squished down by society and his family telling him that he shouldn't be this way and life just kind of proving them right, he never would have wanted that same outcome to happen for Li Ming, but he has to stop being part of the problem. The way he's speaking to Li Ming about it is just exactly the same way as people would have spoken to him. It just adds to the issues. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to fix things. So after sticking up for Li Ming to his mother, if he could just say it to his face, that would be grand.
โตลูกชายกูเป็นเกย์เนี่ยจะให้กูยิ้มรับหน้าบานเหรอ
เจคิดแบบนี้ผมจะไปเถียงอะไรได้
Oh, you didn't accept it with a smile. Oh my god, I've just realised their names are Jam and Jim.
กูจะแวะมาบอกว่ากูจะแต่งงานกับพี่โต้งเขา
I thought she was initially coming because of the deed,
God.
but it really seems like it's just for
อยาก
this.
จะรับหลิหมิงไปอยู่ด้วย
ลูกเจอะผมจะไปมีสิทธิ์อะไรได้ เช่เขาไปถามมันเองเถอะ
พังกูมันจะไปฟังอะไร มึงก็เห็นอยู่
He doesn't listen to Jim either. If you can't communicate with your own son, that's a you problem. And
Jim.
don't you dare use that as blackmail.
อย่าทำแบบนี้สิวะ
ช่วยกูหน่อยเถอะ
ขนาดนั้นน่ะยังต้องทำงานอีกเหรอ
Yeah, surely she's far along by now.
มีลูกมันต้องใช้ตังค์เยอะไว้มึง
Did you not get a maternity leave?
ตอนนั้นน่ะคิดจะทำแท้งถ้ามีเลี้ยงไม่ได้แม่งน่ากลัวกว่าเยอะมึง พ่อแม่เลี้ยงกูมาได้ยังไงวะ อาชีพก็ไม่มี หนังสือก็ไม่ได้เรียนเกถามกันนะเว้ย แต่ว่าพ่อแม่กูตายหมดแหละ อยากไปอยู่กับเขาปะคงไม่มั้ง กูว่าชีวิตใครชีวิตมันวะ
You're allowed to say no if you don't want to live with her. It's your own life.
คุณลุงกับคุณหลานทะเลาะอะไรกันมาอีกอะ
I mean, how did you know?
พี่มิงอาจจะไม่เป็นเกย์ก็ได้ ถ้าไม่อยู่กับผมอะ
It doesn't work like that, Jim.
แล้วทำไมซาเล้งไม่เป็นอะไอซาเล้งมันก็เป็นผู้ชายไม่ใช่เหรอ มันอยู่กับลุงมาตั้งนานไอ้เขาอยู่กับแม่เนี่ย ถ้าเขาจะเป็นนะเขาก็เป็นอยู่ดีนั่นแหละ
It's not something that rubs off on people.
ผมคงตกใจมากกว่า
Just be supportive. That's what he needs.
ผมแค่เป็นห่วงมันนี่แหละ คุณก็รู้อยู่ว่าการเป็นเกย์ในประเทศเนี้ยมันไม่ได้ง่ายหรอก
So don't make it even harder.
ก็ น่ารักดีออก
เอาแล้วทำไมคุณไม่บอกผมอ่ะ
Because it's not his
ผม
place.
จะไปบอกลุงได้ไง
มันบอกคุณก่อนอยู่ดี เชื่อ
Probably.
ก็ลุงดุ
This is why one is so needed.
มองโทรศัพท์แล้วยิ้มแบบเนี้ยนอกใจผมเหรอ
He always smiles at the phone when it's leaving.
ผมว่าลุงก็มีใจให้ผมเหมือนกันนั่นแหละ แค่รอว่าเมื่อไหร่ลุงจะใจอ่อน
เป็นแบบนี้ก็ดีแล้วไง
It's good, but it could be better.
มีใครถามอะว่าเราเป็นอะไรกันลุงจะตอบเขาไปว่าไง
พี่น้องไง
No.
โอ้ขอร้องอะลุง
Every time I see the word brothers, the instinctual reaction is my version of brothers. But I know he said pinong, so it's not like gross. Whenever it's translated as brothers or big bro, little bro, my first instinct is always ew. But yeah, pinong isn't gross, but that's certainly not how you would define their relationship. Come on. Oh my god.
พอใจยัง ไปนอนได้ละ
เอาอีกดิ
ไปนอนได้แล้ว
That was a groundbreaking moment. No, see? You feel all happy and tingly, right? What the fuck? I can't believe the end of part preview spoiled this. Don't let it be the worst. She might be fine, she might be fine, she might be fine, she might be fine. Stop with the fade to black, for God's sake. Why would they do this to him? The nicest character in the universe. Why would they do this to him? He always has a smile on his face. He looks like a broken man now.
พี่เล้งป้าของเขาเป็นไรอ่ะ อยู่ดีๆก็วูบไปเลยอ่ะ นี่ตัวมันเองก็ไม่รู้นะเพราะแม่มันเป็นความดันหนักขนาดเนี้ย
She was hiding that.
งั้นผมฝากตรงนี้ด้วยนะ
He trusts him to be with Gaipa, even though he knows full well that Gaipa likes him.
เดี๋ยวคุณอาเชิญนั่งตรงนี้
But he can't just abandon him at this point in time when he's
กินอะไรก่อน
all
ไหม
alone
ไก่ป่า
in the world.
เดี๋ยวยุ่งผมจะไม่ได้กินเอานี่ลุงจัดการเอง ขอบคุณนะลุง
Why does GMTV hate mothers?
คุณไก่ป่าใช่ไหมครับ ลูกชายคุณหง พอดีว่าผมเป็นคนดูแลบัญชีให้กับคุณหงนะครับ ขอโทษที่เข้ามาสภาพนี้นะครับ
อ๋อ
I think that's the least of
Maybe
his
like that.
worries right now.
แค่เข้ามาหาผมก็ขอบคุณมากๆเลยนะครับ
พอดีว่าคุณแม่ของคุณไก่ป่าเนี่ยเขาทำกรมธรรม์ไว้เยอะครับ ผมอาจจะต้องขอเอกสารบางส่วนเพิ่มเติมครับ
Does that mean she was in debt?
ขอบคุณมากๆนะครับที่มายังไงก็ตามสบายนะครับ
ครับผม
What a small world. All this time, Gaifa's mum knew Alan? I think that might be the segue into them potentially ending up together. All these randomers attending the funeral. But they brought her out the house! Wait!
เพื่อนสนิทแม่นะ รู้จักกัน
She's learning sign language! Oh my god, this part is gonna be the end of me.
นั่นเพื่อนกันนี่
Oh my god, they both are. He wants to help. He always said he wanted to work, didn't he?
รีบตัดสินใจหน่อยนะ เพราะว่าทางนู้นน่ะเขาจะมาขอซื้อสัญญาแล้ว เดี๋ยวมันไม่ทัน ก็จะลองหาที่เช่าใหม่ดูเฮียจะได้ช่วย
นี่เอาหรอกเฮีย
ก็ติดนักหนาอะไรกับไอ้ที่เดิมวะ
I do think maybe it would be nice for him to let go of it now, because it feels like he's almost living off of Beam's dream.
งั้นผมขอคิดดูก่อนนะเฮีย
I think he
เดี๋ยว
needs
ไว้จ
to
บ
let
งาน
the
นี้เมื่อไหร่
past
เนี่ยผม
go
รีบโทรหา
now.
เฮียเลยนะ
ว่าไปเนี่ยนะโหมันก็ไปเร็วซะเหลือเกินดีนะว่าแกเนี่ยรักลูกมาก ก็เลยทิ้งสมบัติพระสถานอะไรไว้เต็มไปหมด
Oh,
ไก่ป่าสบายเลยอย่างงี้
there I was thinking she left him in debt. What the fuck? Wow. And what did Beam leave him? No one's prepared for a sudden pass. She loved her son so much she left him a fortune. What did Beam leave? A whole host of mental health issues. Oh shit. Oh my god. Stop this now.
ทุกอย่างมันก็ชื่อบีอยู่แล้วนี่
ที่เราเก็บมาด้วยกันนะครับ มีเงินผมแล้วก็มีเงินล้านอยู่ในนี้ด้วย
แต่มันก็มีแต่ชื่อบีทั้งนั้นนี่
What? They took his money.
อย่างเราสร้างมาด้วยกันนะครับ
คุณจะพูดอะไรก็พูดได้ หลักฐานอะไรมันก็ไม่มี
What the hell is wrong with you?
แล้วรถล่ะ ชื่อใคร
He lost everything.
ชื่อผมคนเดียว
Oh, except the
เอาละเอา
car.
ละยังไงอะข้าวของลูกผมอะ
You horrible people. So that's probably why he had a woman as well. His parents wanted him to be with the girl, didn't they? Didn't they set them up in uni or something like that? So he probably stayed with her to please them and then was with Jim because he wanted to be. And then Jim lost all the money. They saved money and he lost all of it after he died because it was in his name. Except Jimbo. Whose idea was it to call him Jimbo, by the way? The fallout from Beam's death just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? And I didn't even know how it possibly could. I mean, I hope you can both trust each other to help the people that need it right now. They've never actually done a funeral in these shows, and now they're doing it, for God's sake.
ขอบคุณครับ
ผมเรียกรถให้ไหม
ผมเรียกรถเองแล้ว
งั้นผมยืนรอเพื่อนฮะ
It's an olive branch. I don't think he's gonna take it somehow. Oh. Does it matter?
เรายังไม่ได้เป็นอะไรกันครับ
Oh, Jim! Fuck off!
แต่ถ้าไม่มีคุณสักคนอะผมกับเขาคงไม่เลิกกันแบบนี้ครับ
แต่ก่อนหน้านี้ก็ยังไม่มีผมนะครับ จากหมดยังถึงครึ่งปีเลย
Oh, did he not even realise that? He thought it was all Jim's fault.
แต่ยังไงผมก็ขอโทษคุณด้วยนะครับ
The floodgates are opened, everything's just gonna make me cry now.
คุณไปเถอะครับ รถผมมาแล้ว
Maybe Alan will accept it now. It was truly down to Wen and the fact he didn't love him anymore. Good on you, Jim, for apologising. That was very mature of you. Now do it to Li Ming.
เรื่องนั้นไม่คุยนะลุง
คุยกันดีๆ ไม่อยากกลับไปอยู่กับแม่เขาเหรอ
ไม่ได้เจอกันตั้ง5-6 ปี
What?
วันหนึ่งเดินมาบอกผมว่ารักผมนะ
That's bullshit. And she only came back because her fiance wanted her to have Li Ming's consent.
ก็ช่วยรักเขาเหมือนที่เขาเป็นแม่มึงสิวะ
It's not enough.
แต่ไม่ใช่ว่าเป็นพ่อเป็นแม่แล้วจะเป็นข้ออ้างของทุกอย่างอะเรื่องความรักอะมันบังคับไม่ได้ป่ะลุง
You only know what you feel.
รักลุงไหมผมตอบง่ายกว่าอีก
Stop.
ผมตอบง่ายกว่าอีกว่าผมรักลุง
Oh my god.
ดูมา
Jim, don't leave. Oh my god, I needed that.
กินด้วยกันนี่แหละ
The beer,
จะได้ลอง
Jesus.
รสชาติความเป็นผู้ใหญ่ไง
Oh, you're finally gonna let him grow up. They look so jovial.
เราไอ้ฮาร์ดอะมึงลองแล้วเหรอ ถึงได้รู้ว่า
Ew. Shut up, Jim.
ยุ่งพี่
That's
ลุงกับ
too
พี่เวิร์ดนะผมยังไม่ยุ่งเลย
ไม่ใช่เรื่องของเด็ก
Man, that's going up there in one of my favourite scenes. Look at Jim. He keeps smiling. Li Ming loves Jim confirmed. I'm so happy with that.
ไม่ได้โกรธถ้าแม่อยากแต่งก็แต่งเลย แค่ผมรู้สึกว่าที่นั่นมันไม่ใช่ที่สำหรับผมอะ
ปล่อยให้หลีหมิงมันไปเถอะมันโตแล้ว ชีวิตมันอะให้มันตัดสินใจเอง
Wow, look at how he's grown.
เมื่อ3 ปีก่อน พ่อของผมจากผมไป
Fuck off. I'm still fuming. I can't believe this is what's happening to Gaipa. I will be suing for emotional damages.
แม่บอกกับผมว่าถึงพ่อจะไม่อยู่แล้ว แต่ความรักที่เรามีให้พ่อจะอยู่ตลอดไป เสียแม่ไปอีกคนนึง
There's no one by his
ถ้า
side.
แม่ยังอยู่กับผมปลอบผมข้างๆ ไป แม่ก็คงจะพูดว่าแม่จะไม่อยู่แล้ว ความรักที่ผมมีให้แม่ จะอยู่ตลอดไปเหมือนกัน แม่มีเพลงโปรดเพลงหนึ่งครับแม่เคยขอให้ผมร้องให้เขาฟัง ผมไม่มีโอกาสร้องให้เขาฟังเลยครับ ผมเลยขอใช้โอกาสตรงนี้ร้องเพลงนี้ให้แม่ผมฟังเป็นครั้งแรกและครั้งสุดท้ายครับ
When I said I wanted Gaipa to have more screen time, this is not what I meant. And also, this song, didn't she sing it to him? Didn't she sing it to him in a scene before? When he asked her, are you ashamed of me being gay or something along those lines? Like, do you regret that I'm gay? And she said, no, all I want is for you to find love. Oh. And then he had his head in her lap and she sang that song. Jesus Christ, this is horrible. Also, I hate how this relates to Leng's line that when he said to Li Ming that he wouldn't choose to live with his parents because we all have our own lives. Parents can't stay with us forever. Hello? Gaipa's mum proceeds to die? What the fuck is that shit? But also because I feel like Gaipa was so connected to his mother. Like, sometimes he would stay at home because he didn't want her to be alone. And so it's like, now he's lost her, he's got to find his own way in life. Even the audience members are crying. Junha's mum's crying, Jesus. Alan's crying. Is this a khaotung only version as well? Fucking hell, stop it. Oh my god, he's giving the key back. Oh, and he's smiling though, he's at peace with it. Oh my god. Oh my god, everyone's letting go. What a bloody disgraceful episode that was.
คุณจำได้ไหมว่าคุณเคยถามผมว่าผมรู้
Oh
สึ
my
กว่า
god.
ที่นี่เป็นบ้าน
Oh, it actually looks like it's going to be quite a wholesome ending, I think. I think we're going to get some good Jim and Li Ming scenes. So I'm happy about that. No sign of Gaipa or how he's faring.
จากนี้ไปชีวิต
I'm excited for that conversation.
อาจจะไม่ได้ง่ายก็ได้
I never thought anything would get close to Never Let Me Go Ep 9 in terms of tears. For a BL. That gave it a run for its money. I still think I did cry more at Never Let Me Go purely because it was over a longer length of time. This one was like the last two parts were just... I cannot believe they did that to Gaipa. What the hell? What? He got rejected last episode and I thought that was the saddest it was going to get. Oh, bro. But like, in the midst of all the heartbreak, we had such lovely scenes. Because there was such a big juxtaposition, the sweet scenes were even sweeter and the sad scenes were even sadder. Like, the Jim and Alan scene, I don't think I would have cried at that if it had been on any other occasion. But because it was so nice to see them, like, trying to be civil with each other and Jim, you know, offering his help. Because the situation was so dire, we just needed some light. It was like, oh, I'm so happy to see them not trying to bite each other's heads off and just, you know, behaving like civil human beings. Gaipa's mom has just died. We don't really need any more aggro. And the Jim and Li Ming scene, okay, I 100% would have cried at that on any given occasion because Li Ming said he loved Jim, bro. I've been waiting for that the whole show. All I need now is Jim to, like, I don't know, say I love you back or say I'm sorry to him. So I'm excited for this scene next episode where it sounds like it's going to give Li Ming a bit of a pep talk on what's in store for him with life. but that he will support him. Okay, that's what I want. I want him to say that he'll support him. And he seems like he's making an effort to treat him like an adult as well, which is what he has been wanting and what he kind of needs, because he is turning 18. He is growing up. They can't treat him like a child forever. It's in the same vein as Never Let Me Grow Up 9 though, because it was truly devastating and so horrible to watch, but it was so incredible at the same time. I feel absolutely ruined and drained, and I don't want to watch it again in a hurry. But it was so good. I'm definitely going to be watching it again. I mean, I have to when editing anyway, but like, it's one of those episodes where you're just like, right, that was a masterpiece. Gaipa losing his mother, the only person he had. Oh, I feel like all season, whenever something bad happens to Gaipa, I've just been like, oh, and at least he has his mom. Thank God his mom is there for him. Like, his mom loves him so much. Well, he has no one now. He doesn't have a lover like he wanted, and now he doesn't have his mom. Jesus. Who has the most tragic story in the show? I don't even know at this point. Like, Jim's backstory is tragic, and now what's happening to Gaipa is tragic. Heart's backstory is tragic. They all suffer so much. So devastating. Gaipa's reaction to his mom, like, initially when she was like passed out on the floor, him just screaming her name, trying to shake her to wake up, I felt so real. And then breaking down, saying she was dead, and the whole funeral, oh my god, the acting was too good. Felt like it actually happened, and I feel like he genuinely was grieving. Like, when he was singing that song, Jesus, how do you act that, man? How do you do that? I wonder what he was thinking about when he acted out that scene. Like, whether he thought about losing his own mom, like a khaotung I want about, whether he thought about losing his own mom. Like, how do you prepare for a scene like that? The monologue before that, Jesus. Jim was also stellar this ep. I really liked his scenes with everybody. It shows how he's come a long way in a short space of time as well. Like, if we're not including the poor and gay scene with Li Ming, every other scene showed how much he is willing to change, or is trying to change, and is changing. Like with Wan, he gave him a kiss on the cheek. But also he ate the chicken, like to show that he does care about him. Like, he is making those small movements. And with his sister, he was defending Li Ming. With the scene of Li Ming at the end, he shows he's gonna try and treat him more like an adult, and he was joking with him about his relationship. With Alan, he made an effort. With Gaipa, he was there for him. Like, this is the Jim I love. The Jim that's there for people and sticks up for people. He really is a great man, and when he puts his own issues and internalized self-hatred aside, that really shows. And I was not expecting that plot twist of, like, literally at Beam's own funeral, his parents essentially stole their money off them because it was in Beam's name. Why does it automatically go to them? Like, I know Beam probably wouldn't have had a will because he was only 34, but like, if it was in the account for their business and Jim gets the business, why does it automatically go back to his parents? Like, excuse me? Just money grabbers. And so Jim really did have to do it all on his own, and now he's letting go of that. Another thing to make me emotional, he's letting go of the diner. It is the right thing to do. It is a massive reminder of his relationship with Beam, and he is clinging on to the past too much, and he needs to let it go. He better not get rid of Jimbo though. Wait, he can have some reminders of the past. And Gaipa's mother's left him a fortune, wow. When Alan said she took out a bunch of insurance, I thought that meant like she had to pay a load of stuff off. But she's actually leaving him in a good place, so that's something to lessen the load. But like, you know, what is money when you don't have the person you love? It doesn't necessarily make it better. Comforting to know that he doesn't have to worry in that regard. There wasn't much heart in this episode, but oh my god, his parents are learning sign language. They just kind of threw everything in at once, and it was too much. It was too much. But I'm happy to know that they really have taken Li Ming's words to heart. See, Jim, he should have confronted them like that. That's why it was a good thing to stand up to them. Jim has been molded into this person, probably because of society, where he doesn't like to push back against authority figures, and he's trying to push all that onto Li Ming. But Li Ming is like, no, the world is changing and we do actually have to stand up to these people to make them see sense. It doesn't always work, but thankfully with Hart's parents it did. And if it had been done in Jim's way, Hart would still be locked up in the house and Li Ming would be banned from seeing him and everyone would be so much unhappier. So that was an amazing thing of Li Ming to do, and I'm so glad they took it on board and have started to learn. Look how far they've come in like, what, a month and a half? It really doesn't take much when you put the effort in. The whole questions posed of whether Li Ming loves his own mother, it really was a big debate for him. Like, somewhere he does love her, but he doesn't feel it the same way he does for others because she hasn't been too great for him. She doesn't really show that she wants him, does she? She's just like, oh, Uncle Tong wanted your consent for our marriage and I'm secure now, so why don't you come live with me? She hasn't visited in 5 or 6 years. Like, that literally just shows that she only came because Tom wanted her to. She's certainly not a stand-worthy mother in this. Like, I loved her so much in My School President, but her character in this just is not it. Also, did this episode air in that horrible, horrible week where everyone's mums in the BL's area at that time were just ill or dead? Like, I remember Never Let Me Go episode 9 where, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, Harv's mother died. Aired. A couple of days later, it was My School President episode 10 where Gun's mother was discovered to have a brain tumour and had to have potentially life-altering surgery. This didn't air in the same week, did it? That would be mad, like the mums just all going through it. Only one more episode to go, so close to the end. I'm hopeful for the ending though. I think I'm gonna like it. Well, I think I want to like it for Jim and Wen and Hart and Li Ming. I don't quite know about Alan and Gaipa. Like, I think there's a chance they might end up together based on the funeral scene, like them suddenly meeting. And I did have it in my head because obviously first Khaotung are one of GMMTV's most popular pairings and they're in this show. I was like, they probably will end up together because of the actors. But then I couldn't see a way where Gaipa and Alan would end up together. And I'll be honest, I still can't really see it because they have met once. Time will only tell. I think it could be a bit soon for Gaipa to just suddenly jump ship after his mother's died. I don't know. If they do end up together, we'll have to see how it happens and whether I'm on board. But that's the only way I can see their characters ending happily at this point in time as well, if they just end up together. Because otherwise, what else do they have in their lives at the moment? Alan's got a broken hand and foot and Gaipa's just lost his mum. Like, there's no happiness for them unless they find it in each other. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching my reaction to episode 7 of Moonlight Chicken. If you want to watch my own reactions to Moonlight Chicken, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for episode 8. Bye.
I like 'em sweet but naughty, dimples on the cheeks. I bet you taste like berries, so how could